Have you ever asked yourself, why am I still waking up at 2 a.m. every single night, even when I'm completely exhausted? If you're over 60 and you've tried sleeping pills, teas, stretching, white noise machines, but you still toss and turn every night, then this message is more important than anything you'll hear today. Because what I'm about to tell you has nothing to do with bad sleep habits or aging, and everything to do with a tiny mistake you're making before bed. A mistake that could be silently sabotaging your brain's sleep center, night after night. Yes, I'm talking about food, specifically one type of fruit that 7 out of 10 seniors eat regularly before bed, without realizing it could be shutting off their body's melatonin signal. Yes, the hormone responsible for helping you fall asleep and stay asleep. But don't worry, because in the next few minutes, I'll not only expose this hidden fruit trap, I'll also reveal the one simple, delicious fruit that has helped thousands of seniors sleep through the night, naturally. No pills, no side effects, just deep, restful sleep, like you had in your 30s. If you're a senior dealing with frequent nighttime urination, racing thoughts at bedtime, waking up tired no matter how many hours you spend in bed, or a body that just won't relax even when you want to, then stay with me, because this is for you, and only you. You see, something's changing in your brain after the age of 60. Your body no longer produces melatonin the same way it used to. Your cortisol, that stress hormone, stays higher for longer at night, and your digestion slows down, meaning whatever you eat at night lingers much longer in your system, affecting your nerves and hormones. Now here's where it gets dark. Many seniors, in an effort to stay healthy, choose what seems like a smart option before bed, a handful of sweet fruit. Maybe it's grapes, maybe a banana, maybe even some orange slices. But what they don't realize is these healthy fruits may actually be triggering a cascade of insomnia-causing effects, blood sugar spikes that confuse your circadian rhythm, late-night digestive stress that signals alertness to the brain, and even hidden compounds that interfere with your natural serotonin to melatonin conversion. Yes, it's shocking. But it's true. There's one fruit that's especially dangerous for seniors before bed. We'll get to that in just a minute, but first, let me tell you about someone. A woman named Barbara. Barbara is 71, retired school teacher, lives alone in Arizona, and for 5 years, she hadn't had a full night's sleep. She would go to bed at 10 p.m. and wake up at 12:47 a.m., then again at 3 a.m., then again at 5:15. She tried everything: melatonin pills, herbal teas, soothing music, even acupuncture. Nothing worked until she stopped eating her night fruit. Just one small change, and within 5 days, Barbara slept from 10:30 p.m. until 6:15 a.m., uninterrupted, for the first time in half a decade. What fruit was she eating? And what fruit did she replace it with? We're getting to that right now, because in the next section, I'm going to show you the 3 worst fruits to eat before bed after 60. Yes, fruits, not candy, not junk food, but fruits, the ones you thought were helping you, maybe what's keeping you awake every single night. And then I'll show you the one miracle fruit that Barbara and many others are now eating just 30 minutes before bed. That's calming their nerves, stabilizing their blood sugar, and activating their brain's natural sleep switch. So take a deep breath. And let's go deeper, because what you're about to learn might just give you back the peaceful nights you thought were gone forever. Dear seniors, if you find yourself tossing and turning in bed every night, struggling to fall asleep, I urge you to pause and listen closely. Because the truth is, many of us are eating certain fruits that seem harmless, even praised as super healthy, but are secretly robbing us of our precious rest, night after night. You've probably heard someone say, fruit is nature's gift to health. And yes, that's true, but only if you eat the right fruits at the right time. If you choose the wrong fruits, especially in the evening, the results can be devastating. Chronic insomnia, early morning fatigue, headaches, nighttime blood pressure spikes, and even an increased risk of stroke. Now let's expose the 5 fruits that are silently destroying seniors' sleep, one night at a time, without you even realizing it. 1. Bananas, the double-edged sword that can disrupt your night. Sounds strange, doesn't it? Bananas, the soft, sweet fruit full of potassium, are often recommended for muscle cramps and high blood pressure. But here's what most people don't know. Bananas can seriously disrupt your sleep if eaten after 7 p.m., especially for those over 60. Why? Because bananas are rich in magnesium and tryptophan, nutrients that can help the body relax, but also initially stimulate the nervous system. In older adults whose metabolism slows down, this can lead to a racing heartbeat, jitteriness, and increased neural activity, making it harder to fall and stay asleep. Moreover, bananas have a high glycemic index, GI of 62, which means they cause blood sugar to spike shortly after eating. This can lead to unstable glucose levels during the night, one of the top causes of midnight awakenings. If you've been eating bananas in the evening and experiencing restlessness, heart palpitations, or cold sweats, try cutting them out for a week and see how your sleep changes. 2. Mangoes, tropical and tasty, but a sleep wrecker for seniors. Mangoes are full of vitamins A, C, and antioxidants, but they are absolutely not suitable for seniors to eat after dinner. A single large mango contains a whopping 45 to 50 grams of sugar. That's over 10 teaspoons. Eating mango at night is like drinking a sugary soda. Your body reacts by producing insulin, which interferes with melatonin, the hormone responsible for sleep. Even worse, the sugar in mangoes slightly raises your core body temperature, making it harder for your body to relax and transition into deep sleep. According to a study by the U.S. National Sleep Foundation, adults who consume fruits with over 20 grams of sugar at night get 45 minutes less deep sleep on average. Want better sleep? Cut mangoes out of your evening diet immediately. 3rd, grapes. Small but dangerous for sleep. Did you know that grapes are among the worst fruits to eat after 8 p.m. if you struggle with sleep? Yes, grapes contain resveratrol, a powerful antioxidant good for the heart. They even have natural melatonin, which sounds great for sleep, right? But here's the twist. The melatonin in grapes is too little to help, while the sugar content is high enough to disrupt your sleep cycle. Worse still, grapes are one of the most chemically treated fruits, often sprayed with pesticides and preservatives. For seniors, especially those with weakened nervous systems, these substances can trigger nighttime anxiety, restlessness, or even palpitations. Many older patients say, "I just had a few grapes after dinner and couldn't sleep all night." It's no coincidence. Grapes may be small, but they can throw off your entire biological clock. Swap grapes for low-sugar, high-fiber fruits if you're looking for restful sleep. 4. Durian, the king of fruits, can be a nightmare at night. Some people love it, some can't stand the smell. But if you're over 60, you should absolutely fear durian at night. Durian is extremely calorie-dense, rich in fat and sugar. Eating just a few pieces can load you with 500 to 600 calories and 30 to 40 grams of fat, making your digestive system work overtime, exactly when it should be winding down. That much fat takes 6 to 8 hours to digest, causing bloating, acid reflux, and a heavy stomach that makes it impossible to sleep. At the same time, durian's high sugar content causes your brain to stay overly active, leading to vivid dreams, shallow sleep, or frequent awakenings. If you wake up groggy, bloated, or mentally drained after eating durian at night, stop immediately. 5. Pineapple, acidic, overstimulating, and a hidden threat to sleep. Pineapple seems refreshing and harmless, but it's one of the most acidic fruits you can eat at night, and that's terrible news for seniors' sleep. When consumed in the evening, pineapple increases stomach acid significantly, which can trigger heartburn, acid reflux, or chest tightness once you lie down. This discomfort makes it harder to fall into deep, restorative sleep. Moreover, pineapple contains bromelain, an enzyme that helps digestion, but it can also stimulate your sympathetic nervous system at night, causing a faster heart rate and slight anxiety. That's why many older adults who eat pineapple before bed report cold sweats, strange dreams, or sudden nighttime awakenings. If any of this sounds familiar, it's time to keep pineapple off your nighttime menu. My dear seniors, take a moment to look at your evening fruit choices. You might think you're doing something healthy, but in reality, you may be slowly poisoning your sleep with those sweet bites. The fruits we discussed, bananas, mangoes, grapes, durian, and pineapple, all have health benefits. But they are not evening-friendly, especially for those over 60. When eaten at the wrong time, their health benefits turn into serious risks. But here's the good news. In the next part, I'll show you just one fruit, yes, only one, that when eaten the right way before bed, can help you sleep 6 to 8 hours straight, without waking up, and wake up energized like never before. Stay tuned, because the fruit that's about to change your nights is coming next. Now that you've learned about the surprising fruits that can actually ruin your sleep, let's shift gears. Because here's the part you've been waiting for. The solution. One single fruit, backed by scientific research, that can help seniors fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and finally wake up refreshed. This isn't a sleeping pill. It won't make you dependent. And best of all, and it's a natural gift from nature that most people, especially older adults, overlook completely. I'm talking about Tart cherries. Yes, not the bright, sweet cherries you find on desserts, but Tart cherries, the deep red, sour-tasting variety often used in juices or dried forms. So why does this little fruit have such powerful effects? First, Tart cherries contain one of the most important sleep-promoting compounds, natural melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone your body produces at night to signal that it's time for sleep. But as you age, your natural melatonin levels drop dramatically. That's one reason why people over 60 often struggle to fall asleep or wake up at 3 a.m. and can't drift back to sleep. In a study published in the European Journal of Nutrition, researchers gave older adults Tart cherry juice daily for 2 weeks. The result? They slept an average of 84 minutes longer each night, nearly an hour and a half. Not only that, but their sleep was deeper and less disrupted. But melatonin isn't the only benefit. Tart cherries also contain powerful antioxidants called anthocyanins, the same natural pigments that give the fruit its rich red-purple color. These compounds have been shown to fight inflammation, ease joint pain, and most importantly, calm the central nervous system, helping the body relax into a natural sleep state. This is crucial for older adults, many of whom suffer from chronic low-grade inflammation, which keeps the body on alert, causes aches, and prevents the body from settling into restorative sleep. And here's more good news. Tart cherries don't negatively interact with most common medications for seniors, including those for blood pressure, diabetes, or heart health. Still, if you're on blood thinners, it's wise to check with your doctor first. So how should you consume it? Here's a simple guide I recommend to my senior patients. If you have fresh or frozen Tart cherries, eat about 1/2 cup, roughly 75 to 100 grams, 1 to 2 hours before bed. If you're using 100% pure Tart cherry juice, no added sugar, drink about 3.5 to 4 ounces, 100 to 120 milliliters, in the evening. You can also eat dried Tart cherries, unsweetened, about 1 to 1.5 ounces, 30 to 40 grams, or use a Tart cherry extract supplement if recommended by your doctor. One small note: if you have issues with nighttime urination, avoid consuming Tart cherry juice too close to bedtime, as the extra liquid might wake you up for bathroom trips. Another bonus? Tart cherries don't just help with sleep, they also support muscle recovery, strengthen bones, and may reduce symptoms of mild arthritis. It's practically a superfruit for adults over 60, as long as you use it correctly and at the right time. You might be surprised that such a small fruit can make such a big difference, but that's the magic of nature. Sometimes, simplicity used wisely beats the most expensive pills. Try Tart Cherry for just 7 nights. Track your sleep quality, your daytime alertness, and how refreshed you feel in the morning. Many seniors have done this and found themselves never wanting to return to restless nights again. Tart Cherry isn't a miracle, but for many older adults, it's the closest thing to a natural sleep breakthrough they've ever found. And in the next part, things get even more exciting. Because beyond this one fruit, I'll share simple evening habits that can turn your bedtime into a nightly healing ritual, soothing both your body and your mind. Are you ready? If you've ever struggled with restless nights or waking up multiple times, now you've found an incredible natural ally. Tart cherries are not just a natural sleep remedy, they can completely transform how you experience your nights forever. But to get the best results, you need to use them correctly. And it's not as simple as just eating a few cherries before bed. Did you know that even simple things like choosing the right type of cherry, timing your intake, or combining it with other foods can deeply affect your sleep quality? If you're not careful, you might accidentally reduce its benefits or even cause the opposite effect, making your sleep worse. The first thing to remember, not all cherries are created equal. Only Tart cherries, also known as Montmorency cherries, contain the highest amounts of melatonin and anthocyanins, which help regulate your sleep cycle and reduce inflammation. Sweet cherries generally don't offer these benefits. Studies have shown that drinking about 240 milliliters of tart cherry juice once or twice daily for 7 to 14 days can increase your body's melatonin levels, lengthen deep sleep time, and reduce nighttime awakenings. However, the dosage and timing need to be carefully adjusted for seniors to avoid digestive issues or drug interactions. So how do you get started? Try a simple 7-day plan and carefully note your sleep quality. Drink a glass of pure tart cherry juice in the evening, about 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. If you don't like juice, you can eat a small portion of fresh tart cherries or unsweetened dried cherries instead. Record how you feel and the number of hours you sleep each day, then compare it to your sleep before starting. Also, here are a few extra tips to boost tart cherry's effects. Avoid consuming it alongside caffeine or alcohol. Combine it with relaxing habits like reading or light meditation before sleep to maximize your nervous system's relaxation. Finally, if you take medications for chronic conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or blood thinners, consult your doctor before adding tart cherries to your daily diet. Some compounds in cherries may interact with your medication and cause unwanted effects. In summary, tart cherries are a natural gift specifically for seniors' sleep, if you use them properly and consistently. It's not just a smart choice, but a commitment to your health, mental clarity, and energetic life in your golden years. So why wait? Start upgrading your sleep tonight with a glass of tart cherry juice, your silent but powerful ally. After uncovering the surprising journey about the fruits that may cause you endless sleepless nights and the wonderful secret of tart cherries that help you sleep soundly through the night, now you have a clear choice for your health. Don't let long sleepless nights, waking up repeatedly, or feeling exhausted the next morning swallow the precious moments of your golden years. Every sleepless night is a night your body is deprived of the vital recovery it needs, which can increase your risk of illness, lower your immunity, and weaken your spirit. You can change that story. With just a glass of tart cherry juice every evening, a simple but powerful habit, you are investing in deep sleep, heart health, sharp mind, and your freedom to move. Remember, tart cherries are your powerful companion, helping you regain peace in your sleep. Don't let the wrong fruit stand in the way of your health and restful nights. Be consistent and listen to your body. Good sleep will become your faithful friend every night. Most importantly, don't wait until insomnia becomes a chronic disease to take action. Start today. Try drinking a glass of tart cherry juice before bed for at least 7 days and notice the magical difference you feel. We believe that with this secret, you will not only have a restful sleep, but also a life full of energy, health, and happiness in your golden years. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share so more seniors can discover and transform their lives. And subscribe to our channel so you won't miss practical health tips designed especially for older adults. Good sleep is a precious gift you deserve every night. Don't let it slip away because of wrong habits or lack of knowledge. Take action now, because a healthy and fulfilling old age begins tonight.